Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered! This is from the semifinals of CASTERMUSE's Narek StarLeague Season 2. This has not been cast in English. I got the replays from RJB, and this series came highly recommended. RJB basically said this is an epic series, and he wanted me to cast it like 2 months ago, but then I kind of forgot about it, and then it got thrown by the wayside. But hey, this is going to be good. All right, it's going to be PianO versus Sacsri, starting here on Polypoid, one of the newer maps. Bottom right-hand corner, it is the gray Zerg player. It is Sacsri, a very, very solid Zerg player here. Did make it to the semifinals, having defeated Modesty in the quarterfinals and taking down other players along the lines of Hyun and Spire to get here. On the top left-hand side, we've got the yellow Terran player. It is PianO, going by his first name Organ, which I guess makes a lot of sense if you think about it that way, just for, you know, musical instrument sort of ways. But regardless, it's going to be a best of 5 ZVT here, again, from a semi-final that was not cast in English at any point. CASTERMUSE is Korean. He loves StarCraft for that reason, and he did do the casting on his own channel. But yeah, if you wanted to see this in English, then here we go. Woo! All right, hit that like button if you are excited for a best of 5 between these two players, because I am certainly stoked. 12 hatch here. No big deal. Ugh, man, I am tired today for some reason. Maybe I didn't sleep well. I don't remember waking up, but maybe I should get one of those things that track sleep patterns, right? It can tell when you're disturbed during your sleep and show you that in the morning. I don't know. Is it? Whoa! Command center first here from PianO. I figured he was, but I didn't dare hope it out loud. Wow! Command center first. Blind here from PianO. If this had been a pool first here out of Sacsri, he would be in so much trouble. I know it's a 4-player map, but the drone scout is happening here. I thought that might be a quick, like a really quick third base, but the drone is going to scout, I think, up here next. Up to the top left here on Polypoid. And he's going to notice the timing on the command center and be like, what? What is happening right now? What is going? You are so aggressive. So aggressively macro. I mean, it's not aggressive in the standard sense, but it's such an aggressive macro play that it almost doesn't make any sense here. So, gonna hop on in, and there's really nothing Sacsri can do to punish this other than maybe save up and go for a quick third. That might be something I would like to do here. Obviously, the barracks is coming up. Are we making another barracks? Yes, we certainly are. That should be pretty good here, too. So I don't expect the Lings to be able to do anything. The Lings that he's making now. He's making 6 of them, though. He had 1 pair on the way, and he's up in that. So he might try to get something done. I just don't see it working out too well. I'd rather see him droning up. I'd really rather see him spending the resources on another hatch. Although he's going for a lair, so maybe he can get there with a Mutalisk timing that PianO isn't prepared for based on the command center first play, and the fact that he doesn't have any gas yet. Although, in fairness, you don't need any gas to make missile turrets, so never mind. There's really no way to get the mutas there fast enough to where they're just completely going to win the game unless you're not prepared for them. Unless you didn't see it coming. So, surprise, yes. But doing it so fast that he can't prepare, no, not going to happen. Yeah, that's a bunker. Bunker coming up at the front here, trying to just make sure we don't die to these Lings. That'd be super duper embarrassing. Blocking off here with the SCVs. The bunker does finish in the nick of time. Wow. Like, stupidly on time there from PianO. Fantastic job. So, the Lings are maybe going to live back here for a minute. Try to kill some of these SCVs without getting smashed in the face by the bunker. The SCVs, I don't know if they can mine. They're kind of thinking about it. That guy did a few pirouettes. The Lings decided to leave, though. I mean, it could have been possible, I think, maybe to deny mining time there for a bit, but nah, not so much. There's your Spire. There's your second gas coming in, and Sacsri doing all the things you want to do for a 2-base Mutalisk opening, which is an eternal opening, which has been around for so long in ZVT. It's probably older than some of the people watching this video today. In fact, without a doubt, it is. Although, I don't know, how many kids watch StarCraft Brood War, right? Maybe some do. I've talked to people whose parents were raised on Brood War, love it, and they've instilled a love of StarCraft in their kids. So, yeah, I've definitely talked to some, 17, 18, 19-year-olds who've come by the channel and been like, hey, yeah, my dad used to play this game when I was a kid, and I'd watch him play it, and it was fantastic. And Ah, good times. Good times indeed. There's your third hatch timing in about 5 minutes. Right on the 5-minute mark there for sure. Engineering Bay ahoy! That's right. Engineering Bay ahoy. Not Scoops ahoy, but Engineering Bay. Coming up soon here. The timing is going to be perfect for PianO. His timing has been really good thus far. And I don't know. I just feel like PianO has an advantage in this game. Getting that second CC out fast. He can hold off the Mutalisk attack here. Sacsri really can't do anything about that. And the third base is just now coming in. Like it's a normal timing out of Sacsri. Plus, he made all these lings, which just... These really should be drones. He's at 22 drones right now, Sacsri is, and I don't like it. I don't like that he cut so many drones to make these lings, which didn't do anything. They denied some mining time up here for like 15, 20 seconds. But I don't think it's worth. I don't think that trade was a good one that he made there. Anyway, 7 Mutalisks on the way here. The turret production has begun in the production tab. The marine count is pretty good. They are, I assume they already have stim. And they have some medics in there too. So these mutas, I would be shocked if they did anything other than killing 2 or 3 SCVs, maybe some that are out in the open in this general area. You know what I mean? I don't think they'll get any SCVs working. Getting a couple Marines here would be hard, but you'd have to trade some mutas with those too. The gray kind of looks good on these mutas, doesn't it? Not bad. Although choosing gray, it's hard to see on the mini-map. So I think Sacsri might have an advantage just based on color there. So there you go. 1 SCV down. Taking some serious hits on your 6 Mutalisks, though. Wait, didn't he have 7? Did he lose one? Don't know. Either way, the Muta's doing all right. Oh, the Ling... What? The Lings jumped in here. How on earth did they... Ugh, the Marines must have been out. They must have waited for that to happen. Missile turrets getting focused down here by the Zerglings, making the Mutalisk's job that much easier. The Lings finally get cleaned out here. The Mutas are, down to 5 at this stage. That was crazy. Range upgrade finishing for the Marines here. That should make it easier to fend these guys off. The bunker is empty. I don't know that Sacsri knows that the bunker is empty, though. Getting some hits off on those supply depots, and then just more mutas coming, man. He is just pumping Mutalisks, making 3 more in the eggs right now. Is that working on +1? Still working on the +1. It takes a long time to get there. And PianO desperately pinned inside his own main base right now. Doesn't like what he sees. Lost some turrets, lost a couple SCVs, lost a few Marines there too. But now that they have the range upgrade, it should be easier for them to hold here. Again, every turret hit is really, really important in this situation. +1 attack coming in. This is like the most consistent, concentrated... Oh, bad rally. Free Mutalisk there. But pressure I've seen from Mutas in some time. Usually they show up and kill a few things and then get chased off, but he's kind of hovering around here. PianO does have a pretty nice Marine group right now. The stacking is just gorgeous. It really is on these Mutas. There's 11 of them. This is such a commitment to Mutalisks at this point in time. That might actually, might be enough to kill this whole group even without Zergling support with good control, which Sacsri definitely has. That +1 attack, is he waiting for that to finish? Obviously he wants it, but is he waiting for it to finish before he does another attack here? It's done. All right, that +1 is nice. It does the bounce attacks, and every one of those bounce attacks is benefited. Lurker aspect coming in here. Another Marine down, and just the delay. The delay on this attack is so great. It's really allowing him to get other things researched, like the Lurker aspect, making some more Zerglings in case he needs them when the attack is coming in here. PianO looking abjectly terrifying right now. Is he just going for it? The reinforcing Marines, though, a little bit too much. A little bit too much with the reinforcing Marines there, but the Mutalisk count is nuts. That's 11 there, and then 4 more here. 15 Mutalisks out. This is such a commitment to Mutalisk. This is definitely not the standard 2-base Mutalisk opening that we have seen on the channel 100 times. Definitely not. But Lurker aspect coming in, and I think he bought the time that he needed. PianO really wanted to come down and put some pressure on the Zerg player, but he wasn't allowed to do it, and now the Zerglings are here, and the Zergling Mutalisk combo is so stupid good against these little Marine medic things. A bunch of Mutas are dying, but this whole group is going to die for PianO as well. We are down to a total of 9 Mutalisks. These poor medics are like, I guess we're scouting then? Let's try to get some intel on exactly what is happening here. And no Sunkens, man, at all. I mean, this has been, I am defending not with static defense, I'm defending with mutalisks in the middle of the map before the Marines actually get down here. I kind of like it. He's still only at 32 workers, which is definitely low considering he's on 3 bases right now, but he's going for a Queen's Nest. He's actually making lurkers. He's replacing some of his dead mutalisks right now. Sacsri is doing insane things, and I'm here for it. Oh, he made so many mutalisks that we got a Valkyrie. Valkyrie prepared. Well, that sounds more like the battle cruiser, but you know what I mean. You know what the Valkyrie voice line is. You've heard it a few 100,000 times. Medic down. I'm not sure why there was a medic, but I guess to heal the Marines, fine. Fair enough then. Yeah, we're actually getting a Valkyrie. We got lurkers in defensive positions. Just kidding, they're moving out. No defense today. Sacsri says, long gone are the days that Zerg only can play defense. I'm going to show up with lurkers at your front door and make you contend with that. How's that sound, friendos? A little premature stim there, I think. Oh, trap is a trap. Is he going to stop? Might do the stop here, the stop trick, so they don't attack until everybody's on top of the lurkers, and then you stop stopping. And then you go and everything dies. PianO's too smart for that, right? He can't be trapped by a bunch of lurkers. He might have scanned it too. He did throw a scan down, and I didn't see exactly where it was, but based on this circle here, it was probably in this. I guess that's what the Overlord sees, though. I don't know, man. He's not taking the bait, though. He's still pulling back. Valkyrie reveals itself to try to kill this Overlord, and again, the anti-air on Valkyries is great. Oh, the mutas are here. The Valkyrie wants to get a shot off. The mutas want nothing to do with that splash damage. They are getting out. We've got some Scourge now to try to deal with the Valkyries. Very nicely done. You usually don't see those until Science Vessels are out, which we're actually working on. And Irradiate is in production, so we're moving into a pretty standard little macro style here. Ultralisk Cavern coming in. Defiler Mound on the way from Sacsri, just doing whatever he wants. He hasn't had to defend today at all, but guess what? He has to defend now. This is pretty big, scary army. Oh, the mutas, though. Going after tanks is so good. Oh, okay. Is he just going here? Valkyrie down to the Scourge. Lurkers attacking up. They're going to get into this natural base. A lot of mutas are dying to these Marines, but the bunker goes down. The contain is real. Oh, is he going to jump? I don't know. He's going back home, though. I don't think he did enough damage to justify going up there. Consume's on the way, but there's not going to be any Dark Swarm available for some time yet. And here goes, marching on in here before the Dark Swarm is done. Does he save? No, he doesn't need scans because he has a Science Vessel. And just trying to buy time as much as he can right now as Sacsri. Lings are in production. Lurker forced to get out of here. He doesn't have any Scourge on the side of the map to deal with the Science Vessels either. Evolution Chamber going to go down. It's not actively researching anything, but coming from the backside, Lurker stabs. Defensive Matrix up on that tank. Not enough. Not enough to save the tank at all, but the Marines are still here going after the hatch. Lings distracting a little bit. Lurkers causing some major problems, and Sacsri does have enough to clean this attack up. He's down to 26 drones, though, and Consume is going to finish by the time this next attack happens, which is coming in. I don't know if you guys want to show up. There's not really enough of you to be that scary. Chitinous plating getting started for the Ultralisks, which don't exist yet. Nidus Canal coming in here too. Still no third base from PianO. I mean, he is 2 base in it. He kind of needs to win now, and I'm not sure that he can. Sacsri's hold there was disgustingly good. Like, really good there. I can't believe he was able to attack up this way and bring his lurkers all the way home and save the day. That said, it is 49 to 25 workers in favor of PianO. It is a bit of an oversaturation for 2 bases, though, so he's not really getting all the benefit from that. Actually using dropships to drop inside the main base. What are you going to go after, friendo? Probably these drones. They're squishy, delicious targets. Then a Dark Swarm and a bunch of Lings show up, and everybody just dies. All right, rough stuff. Rough stuff there from PianO. He's not able to mess with the third base. He can't mess with the main base. Just the awareness here, the Overlord positioning from Sacsri is super duper great. Very, very well done here. And PianO, still no third man. He's not taking this. He's not taking this. He's not over here. Sacsri's making sure of it. Making sure he knows when those timings are, if ever. It doesn't have a lot of science vessels. It doesn't have many tanks with this attack either. He feels like Bio is going to be the way to go here. There's a lot of lurkers with Dark Swarm, though. So he irradiates the Defiler, who does get a Dark Swarm up before he expires, and maybe a second one, too. Yes, does get a second one up, well positioned. I like that. Covers this ramp into the third base and covers the approach to the natural before he expires and explodes thanks to being irradiated, which I don't think that's how that works. I'm not sure the human body explodes when it dies due to radiation, but, you know, the visuals are more fun that way. Plague coming in, recognizing this is a lot of bio. Plague's going to be pretty fantastic. Really is. Marines at +2 attack. The Zerglings are at +1 armor. Does anything have +1? I guess the Mutas have +1 attack. Ah, he just walks through the Dark Swarm. Wow, brave. Brave guy there. No attack upgrades for the Lurkers either. Anabolic Synthesis coming up, but the Lings are getting inside the Dark Swarm. Again, another group goes down. PianO has another army, though. High ground tanking it right now. Scourge almost got that Science Vessel, but they weren't quite being controlled there at the moment. More beautiful Dark Swarm out of Sacsri. Insanely good Dark Swarm here out of the Zerg player. Just holding off PianO's 2-base attempt here at 16 minutes. And looking pretty fantastic doing it. Scourge, do not get the Science Vessel. Target fired down excellently by PianO. Yeah, so far this has been a great series. We're only in game number 1. But yeehaw, I'm liking it thus far. Still, the fact that PianO is not able to get a third base is problematic for him. Again, the oversaturation here on both of his bases is a problem. This one Zergling is actually canceled a command center and might kill it if allowed to do so with all of his, you know, 0 attack upgrades. Attack into the main base. Fire Bats in the mix. But there's an Ultralisk, and the Ultralisk should be able to handle all of this by himself, assuming he can get up there. He has chitinous plating. He has anabolic synthesis. He can close quickly. And in this situation where there's really not a lot of places for the Marines to run, it's a problem for them. Oh, several more drones go down, though. PianO is seriously interested in winning this first game. It's 31 drones for the Zerg player as the Ultras are chasing around. Their pathing is bad. Trying to jump on top of these Marines and get them before they take down the Defiler Mound. And do they save it? What? 5 HP saving the Defiler Mound. That's nuts. That's insane. God, more from PianO on his 2 base. I guess technically he has 3 bases now. On his 3-base economy. Coming up, Dark Swarm defending the day. Oh, Science Vessel down. Oh, you don't have any detection against these Lurkers now. That seems like a bit of a problem. Irradiating some of the Ultralisks is always a good idea. That Ultra, again, by himself, not going to take down 20 Marines, especially considering the fact they have +2 attack and almost +3 attack here. But the Lurkers are a problem. Nice Plague. A beautiful, delicious Plague for all Zerg fans everywhere. Is there still... There is still... Oh, he came back in to get the Defiler Mound. He came back in for another drop and managed to make it happen. Couldn't save it. Sacsri trying to save that thing. He needs a new Defiler Mound. Did he make a new one when the other one was going to die? He was smart. He should have. I'm not sure he's going to. He's got a 4th base in the bottom left right now. Everybody here is pretty well plagued up, which means the Ultras are going to have a field day, and the Dark Swarm and the Lings especially. And that's just a retreat situation for PianO. Irradiates the Ultras instead of the Defilers. I don't know about that target. Never mind. He has more. He's got more available for this. No Science Vessel, no saving you. The Marines can't be bothered. Irradiated Ultralisks doing extra damage to the Marines while smashing them in the face with their Kaiser Blades. 4th base not happening. Dude, this game 1. This game 1 is getting an epic tag by itself. I cannot wait for the rest of this series, however long it's going to be. That might just be the death knell. Killing that 4th base, huge problem. Dark Swarm is defending the drones at the natural base. The 3rd base does get saved by the fact that there are Lurkers here and not many Marines to drop. But yeah, 3rd base rolling here from PianO. He is at 105 to 86 total supply. He has a lead. He's going for that strategy of just Marines, Fire Bats, Science Vessels with a couple tanks here. He's not going crazy tank. But it is just a couple tanks here. A silence falls over Polypoid. Ultras drawing in here again. Without any Dark Swarm and without anything else here, no Plague, it's a hard thing. But I guess if PianO wants to stand in and fight and just get wiped out, that's his prerogative. He stands in and loses his entire army there. It's 90 to 87 total supply. Ling's rolling into the third base trying to accomplish some stuff. I'm not sure they got anything done there whatsoever. And Sacsri with the Ultras, with the Zerglings. They've got 5 armor. No attack upgrades whatsoever. But by golly, they have good armor upgrades here. Still no ground through Carapace coming in. The Marines are sitting at 3-1 with no further upgrades for them either. 4th base is landed for PianO up at the top side. So if he can stay on these 4 bases for another couple minutes, and Sacsri's on 3, I like PianO's odds here. I like his economic situation. And again, more often than not, that's really what matters in these games, especially the longer they go, is how much more money do you have? Oh, roundabout way. Into the third base, going after these SCVs. A handful of Marines trying to stop this, but I guess even though the reinforcements were coming in. Oh, there's Lurkers here too. He's trying to high ground the Lurkers. Oh, and he gets a Dark Swarm down. That's disgusting, and that's your good game. Well, no GG tossed down by PianO. Sacsri gets the win. And we have observers still in the game, I guess, because it is continuing here. But regardless, that was a sick play from Sacsri. Coming around this outside, sneaking in at an angle where there was no vision for PianO. Brings a Defiler along, brings a couple of Lurkers, gets them on the high ground, gets the Burrow in, gets the Dark Swarm in. This base is forfeit. And he tapped out. This base was also dead, which I totally missed. Double prong attack? Sacsri, you beast. You beast, you. So what, how did he... Did he wait? He did. He waited until they vacated to try to save this base. And then he came up to the 12 o'clock. Oh, that's so mean. That's so mean. Remember when I said PianO has a good chance to win the game if he can handle having 4 bases for the next couple of minutes? He didn't. He couldn't handle it. Sacsri, boss. Boss mode there. I like how someone, probably CASTERMUSE, was just like, what up? We're here. Cool. What a fantastic... Again, what a disgustingly, incredibly good game number 1. That was so much fun. I cannot wait for the rest of this series. I hope you can either. Hit that like button if you're enjoying it, because if you're not, I don't know what kind of alien you are. But we'll be back. We'll be back in just a couple of seconds here. Don't go anywhere. We have so much more to do today for your Sunday series, y'all. Hope you're enjoying it. Be right back. Game 2 is here on Hitchhiker. Top left, it is going to be the orange Zerg player, Sacsri. And at the bottom right, the very handsome yellow Terran player, PianO. Ah, man, that game 1 was so good. So good for Zerg players, man. Constant aggression, holding off 2 pushes, maybe 3 pushes from PianO, and a couple of drops. He lost a Defiler round. He lost his 4th base, but still won. Misdirection. Attacking at 2 places at once will do wonders for you guys. Yeesh. All right. So, once again, happy you're here today. Happy Sunday. Hope everything is going well for you in your personal life. I know everything is a little bit to a lot crazy in the world today, but hopefully you can come here and just watch some StarCraft. Man. Remember when PianO went Command Center first blind against a Zerg player? Holy smokes. Oh, hang on a second. Is this intended to be hidden? Why would you put it here? It's gotta be. It's gotta be if a drone comes in. He's like, comes down here, doesn't see an expansion, comes up here, doesn't see a barrack, says, I'm getting proxied. This is something StarCraft 2 players have been doing fairly often, is they'll put their barracks in a place that is not visible necessarily to a scouting worker, and it makes the other player kind of respond to the fact that maybe it is a proxy and they freak out. But is this going to be... That's another 12 hatcher. Another 12 hatch firster here from Sacsri. All right, man. If you say so, we'll see if this works out for you, because definitely Marines are already in production. And the SCV Scout coming across the map. Ah, this map. It's this map. A lot of players don't like this map. This choke leading into your base, like a lot of Zerg players will be like, I'm just gonna make a million lurkers set up here. And like, good luck getting through that easily. Because you can't get a surround, right? Usually to do with lurkers, you surround them on an arc, but if they're just all stacked up in this little choke, no way, Jose. So we'll see. We'll see what the opening is here. Definitely have cast a couple games on this map already. One of them as part of my Sunday stream, where I cast Brood War replays sent to me at falconpaladin@gmail.com with the subject of Brood War. So it can be something you've played, or perhaps a match you want me to cast. That's something that RJB does quite often. Oh yeah, before this all happens. Yeah, quick plug for CASTERMUSE. I'll put a link to his YouTube channel in the description. Please check him out. He's doing great things for Brood War in 2020. And then quick plug for RJB as well, who supplied me these replays. Check him out. RJB StarCraft on the YouTubes. He mostly does fastest map stuff, so if you love fastest map, that's a place to go for it. Yeah, this positioning here, though, dang, PianO, looking great. The Marines, the drones have to get out. Just get out. Hopefully you don't lose your hatchery. You've got Lings on the way, so you should be able to save this. I'm not sure that bunker's going to finish. I'll be shocked if that bunker finishes before the Lings jump on top of it. Like, they need to go. They need to go now, though. And they are. And there we go. Oh, look at him building. Is that a supply depot to block? He's building a supply depot to block the surround potential here, but it's not enough. There's too many Lings, too many drones, and the attempt does get shut down. The attempted one-racks scary proxy bunker opening does get shut down, despite the fact that it was a hatch first opening from Sacsri, which is incredibly impressive. There is a factory on the high ground, though, that has some sneaky plans. I believe there are sneaky plans here for sure. Look at this wall, the SCV body wall. He's like, I know you have a lot of Lings. Let's go ahead and wall up with the SCVs. Another Marine pops out just in the gosh darn nick of time. And that's held. Nice job, PianO. Very well done. So factory makes a vulture. Did he cancel the vulture? Where'd it go? He was building a vulture. Maybe he got scouter and he canceled it. Although I don't know where you go. I guess you sneak up and around and... I don't know. Can you get anywhere from up here on this map without knocking down some like destructible stuff? Maybe you can't. Maybe he... No, it's right... Oh, it's right here! What the what? Where was it the whole time? I don't know. This is so bad for Sacsri. He's trying to drone up. He's like, well, nothing else can kill me. I'm watching that front door. Nope, surprise! There are vultures here. Okay, there's a vulture here. There's a Sunken defending the drones at this point, but that guy gets 4 kills. That's huge. Sacsri just trying to go into a Hydralisk den to go for those lurkers we talked about on this map, which can be pretty darn dangerous. Okay, so how... Made another... Yeah, see? Like, he's trapped in here. This guy is stopping all mining at the main base. Most of the mining at the main base, except for one drone. That's nuts. Dude, PianO, making it happen here. Hydralisk comes out to fight. It's going to be Hydralisk versus Vulture here on Discovery. Oh, he took some Sunken hits. That's not even fair. That's not even fair. You're not supposed to go into the range of the Sunken. So this Vulture is going to knock down this side disruptor in about 10 minutes. We'll keep an eye on him, I guess. Maybe, probably not. Keep in mind that this is a best of 5, and it's 1-0 in favor of Sacsri right now. So it's early yet. It's really nothing to worry about if you're a Terran fan. Don't worry about your, if guy loses game 1, it's all over. You know what I mean? It's not really how this works. Oh, I was trying to get up on this high ground, but there's Hydras, and the Sunken is getting the high ground advantage there too. It's still one base in it here. What are you doing? Oh, it's a Wraith. Oh, the harassment is insanity. Oh, is there not an Overlord up here to protect the main base against Cloaked Wraith harassment? I don't think there is. I don't think you have... Do you have Cloak? Oh, there is an Overlord. Never mind. We're good. There are Hydralisks. Speed is almost done. This harassment, though, I love it. It's been like 3 Marines, and then a Vulture, and then a Wraith. It's just been very, very low-intensity harassment. But it's early, and the earlier it is, the more intense it feels, you know? Look at this control here from PianO, too. Disgustingly good. Such good on the control. So this is really one base, isn't it? We are totally one basing this right now. He is rushing into science facility, rushing into science vessels. He is obviously worried about Hydralisks setting up right here and ruining his day. So the more science vessels you have, the better you're going to be against lurkers, as it turns out. That is a scientifically proven fact. Hydra's trying to take this backdoor approach. Oh, the Hydra is chasing down this vulture. He jukes up to the north. He is faster than the Hydras, even if they have speed. Oh, and then it comes back around down. Does it go all the way back down here? Is that another... I need someone to do that for me real fast. Come all the way down, Hydralisk. Show me what's down here. No, 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 no. All right, wrong way. So here comes her one base and attack out of PianO. He's really, really trying to kill Sacsri before he gets up to that lurker tech, which he's not going for. In fact, he's going for a spire. Either way, I'm not sure he has enough to deal with this. This is pretty scary. He's in range of the Sunken, but the Hydras are going to be pretty bad, and Sacsri leaves the game. Yeah, he knew his Hydras were dead. He knew this hatch was probably dead too, and that was going to be it. Nicely done. What a timing attack there from PianO. Really fantastically played at the end of the day. No upgrades, because who needs upgrades when you're attacking at 8 minutes? Fantastic. Fantastically well played. Oh, I just realized I didn't... oh, this guy gets dropped into attack too. God, the multi-pronged stuff. I didn't give you the score screen in the last game, did I? Nope. Yeah, I mean, I think that game 2 was just a situation where the Zerg player droned up too hard, wasn't quite ready with the army that he needed to deal with what the Terran was doing, didn't get good scouting either. And that'll hurt you every single day of the week. So end of the day, it's about the same number of units produced, but more of these were army units for PianO, and that helps immensely. Ends up killing 22, losing 9 resources. More for PianO on that one base than the 2 base we got from Sacsri, which is interesting. I guess he was cutting drones to try to tech up, so that's cool. All right, cool. So that's game 2. Let's move on to game number 3. Yeah, let's do a game 3. How's that sound? We'll be right back. Escalade for game number 3. Top left, PianO. Bottom right, Sacsri. Yeah, delicious. Delicious StarCraft Brood War here today. This has been so good so far. Really enjoying it. Hey, have you ever heard of the Falcon Paladin Hour? That's a weekly podcast where I talk with a fellow StarCraft fan, Samicron, about StarCraft, you know, StarCraft, in addition to other nerdy stuff like TV shows and movies and video games and books and things like that. We talked about the 2016 film Train to Busan the other day, which is actually a Korean film that is about a zombie apocalypse in the country of Korea, which I thought was really interesting for certain reasons. I guess, small spoiler alert if you're planning on watching Train to Busan and you haven't already, but that is the only zombie movie I've ever watched where no zombies get shot. I thought that was interesting. Anyway, to listen to the podcast, just search Falcon Paladin on your podcast app or wherever it might be. Whether it's on an Android phone or an iPhone or just on the internet, you can just search Falcon Paladin Hour. Several places host us. Abyssaltrip.com is where they live initially, which is Samicron's personal website. You can also find us on Spotify if you search Falcon Paladin Hour. So, not bad. Not too shabby. We're out on the Spotify. We've got these eggs just narrowing the ramp a bit, making it harder for big armies to crash up here and ruin stuff, which is fine. I mean, using eggs for that purpose is interesting. I guess you can widen them later is the whole purpose, you know? But don't you know? No command center first here out of PianO at all. And, oh, hold on. I was not paying attention. Quick pool! Quick pool out of Sacsri. Big 4-player map. Can he find the Terran player in time? This Overlord is coming up to try to see what's in the top right. The bottom left is getting scouted by this drone. The Lings are going to take an educated guess, I think. Oh, this SCV is going to help. This SCV is going to come in, and the Overlord is going to be like, ah, okay. You're not top right because you're scouting top right. Top left. Go, go, go. Top left. There's not a wall. This might just be a very, very quick death by fast pool play here. Oh my gosh. It's a big 4-player map. Why would you expect this to happen? You wouldn't. Oh, PianO's totally in the dark. He has no idea. Now he knows. Look at a drone coming up here too. It might as well be here. He was out scouting around. Oh, this is so bad. All right, PianO, can you hold this? This is going to be intense. He pulls the SCVs. He's trying to keep the Marine alive as much as Terranly possible here. And again, pulling the SCVs is totally viable. Look at this hold. Look at this SCV pathing the control. A bunker's being constructed right now. Marine... Do Marines get inside the bunker? And it's held, and Sacsri leaves the game. What? The games are getting shorter. It was like a 20-minute macro crazy game in game 1. Then it's an 8-minute attack in game 2 and a 3:05 game in game 3. PianO's up 2 games to 1 here after 2 games that took a combined 10 minutes. He was blind. He had no idea that was happening, but the SCV control was gorgeous. The wherewithal to throw down a bunker, keep your Marines alive through incredible micro, lost some SCVs, but it doesn't really matter in the long run. So that's a trick for you, Terran players. If you're getting attacked by a fast pool, definitely pull the SCVs. Use them to defend. They're good fighters. They're good fighters because they can't heal themselves naturally like probes and drones can, so they're better fighters than those are. But definitely do that. Fight. I mean, to do exactly what PianO did here is very hard to pull off. Not everyone can do it. But still, fantastic. Fantastic display. All right, let's, jeez. I guess we'll move into game number 4 here. I don't know that we need a production tab necessarily. That was a really short game. So let's go to game 4 with PianO up 2-1 against his Zerg foe here in the semifinal of the CASTERMUSE Narek Star League Season 2. Horizon Lunar Colony for game number 4. What a lot of syllables that is. Left side, it is the pink Zerg player, Sacsri. Right side, it is the other pink player, but he's not Zerg, he's Terran, and his name is PianO. I think this is officially magenta, though. Hang on, let me look that up real quick. Magenta. Magenta is a color which can vary from deep pink to saturated purple. On color wheels of the RGB and CMY color models, it is located exactly midway between red and blue. Well, hey there. That is definitely magenta, then, based on the color I'm seeing on my phone right now. Very good. Very good. Sacsri not going for the early pool based on the fact that he already has 7 drones, so it looks more to be something like a hatch for style play. But yeah, Horizon Lunar Colony is a lot of syllables, man. I'm like, I don't know. It's a mouthful to say, and I guess I don't get to decide what maps are named because I don't make the maps, and I think that's only fair. But still, like, have some mercy on us casters having to remember Horizon Lunar Colony every time on this map. Regardless, what else can we talk about here? So on the Sunday casts, I don't have time to cast every one of those games. And so if you want to guarantee that I'll cast a game that you send me, go ahead and you can hit that join button down below, assuming your country has it available to you. It just signs you up for $4.99 a month that you're donating towards the channel. It makes you a member of my channel, and then I will go ahead and cast one game of yours every week on Wednesday out at twitch.tv/Falcon Paladin. So Wednesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern Time is the time that I have set up for that. When I've gotten replays sent to me, I've definitely been casting them. It's been a lot of fun. So if you want to see Falcon cast your game and guarantee that he'll cast your game, that is your best bet. Hit join, or you can subscribe to me on Twitch at twitch.tv/Falcon Paladin, where I'm doing stuff like playing StarCraft 2 and playing Warcraft 3 campaign and Halo, and just that's my kind of catch-all area for long Let's Plays and things. That's what belongs on Twitch, generally, I believe. But I'll definitely cast your stuff out on Twitch, too, if you want. Okay, so Horizon Lunar Colony. Drone's going to scout on up and see there's a barracks being built inside the main base. Nothing too concerning there by any stretch. SCV is going to scout around and try to see what it can see, and it will see a hatch first play with an extractor and a pool coming in too. And not a whole ton to worry about here from the Zerg player as far as early aggression might be concerned. I kind of worry, honestly. Or wonder, I guess is the better word for this. I kind of wonder why Terrans don't just wall this off. Like, if you're worried about the potential of an early attack from Zerglings, being able to block off your ramp with a, a supply depot maybe and a barracks with a Marine shooting behind it is way better than trying to use your SCVs as meat shields, right? But it looks like, at least in the last 2 games, PianO has shown no interest in walling off at all against early Ling attacks whatsoever. And it's kind of come back to bite him, as Lings did get inside his main base in game 1 and kill a couple SCVs and a couple missile turrets. So really strange, but Ling's out. come across and try to harass things, at least force some additional Marines out of the Terran player, maybe make him make a bunker. Or maybe we're just all just going to chase this SCV around, and that'll be cool too. Seems like a reasonable assertion. Another barracks on the way. So 2 barracks opening here says a lot of bio pressure is coming from PianO. SCV is definitely trying to scout out the lair timing, which he sees. He's aware that the lair is on the way. And what the next tech structure is going to be. He's looking for a Hydralisk den, which would indicate that we're probably going to go for Lurker aspect as soon as that lair is done. But he doesn't see one, so it is definitely shaping up to be a Mutalisk style opening. Which again, PianO has dealt with a bajillion times in his life and is not something he is concerned about whatsoever. Although again, man, Sacsri did make a lot of Mutalisks in that game 1. It was a little bit more than you would expect to see, I think. So there's your Spire, there's your second gas. Whoa, mouse got away from me there a little bit. And this is the Terran Soundtrack, which I love. It's appropriate, too. This stage of the game, everyone's just kind of macroing up, enjoying the atmosphere on this lunar colony, Horizon Lunar Colony, which, what does that even mean? What is Horizon Lunar Colony? I don't know. These Lings have speed, so they're definitely annoying, but they're not going to be able to do much with the number of Marines out here with the SCV body block at the front. No bunker being invested into, which is good. Means additional SCVs can be built. And third hatch timing at about 5 minutes again out of PianO. So he's saving up his gas, he's saving up his minerals, he's going to go for the Mutalisks. Engineering bay under construction right now for PianO. Ooh, I like the Fire Bat in the mix here. You don't want to engage with a bunch of Marines and a medic if they have a Fire Bat with them. The Fire Bat will happily barbecue your little Zergling tenderness to death if you want it to. Yeah, they're trying to get a little attack on the backside against that medic who's a little bit slow. She doesn't benefit from stim either. And trying to delay. Oh my gosh, is he going to get it? He gets one sunken up, so he does force a sunken out. Oh, the third base is in trouble, though. This early attack is really nice. We saw that when we saw the 2 barracks opening for sure. So they're going to come down and try to cancel that third base. The mutas are popped in the time, I think, where they can save it. Yeah, especially where there aren't a lot of Marines here. They do have stim. They don't have the range upgrade yet, though. And he does save his third base. Looks like he's going to save it. I'm not sure why he's not up here attacking the third. Is he waiting for it to finish and then he'll kill it? That'd be hilarious. But no, this is just too many. This is too many mutas. The medic goes down, and that's going to help immensely at killing this group. You still don't want to A-move onto it, though, but whew, 3 Marines down. And the Fire Bat explodes with all the gas on his back. All the fuel for that flamethrower on his back. So third base saved thanks to the timely arrival of these Mutalisks. Does delay their attack across the other side of the map here, which means the turrets can be a little bit delayed, but they are ready to rock now. And range is done for the mutas. So 4 more mutas in production here. We're just kind of doing a game 1 scenario right now where actually a third base came in a little bit earlier from Sacsri. No, it didn't. The third base was on time. Fourth base was late in game 1. Yeah, muta's getting back here, taking some hits. Killing a bunch of Marines, though. Bunch of SCVs. This is pretty good. This has been 4 or 5 SCVs down. There's another one, and a Marine dies. The control is good. Out of Sacsri here. Really, really great Zerg player. I need to cast more of his stuff. And the muta count continues to increase to 11. Here we go. He might just win with this. Like, I don't see a huge group of Marines. I don't see they can cover all of the SCVs that are dying here. PianO had a massive worker advantage about a minute ago, and then suddenly doesn't lose another Mutalisk there, but he's got one to replace one of them that died, and another one to replace one that died. Just making Mutalisks back home. They're continuing to fly across the map and join the party. But yeah, that SCV massacre was pretty impressive. Yeah, you're going to want a lot of turrets to handle this many Mutalisks. It's incredibly, incredibly annoying to deal with, for sure. He leaves the wounded mutas out and replaces them with healthy ones. Great job, man. Fantastic job from Sacsri there. can't believe he's going to get this barracks. That's insanity. He got the barracks with these mutas. When does that ever happen? Stupid, stupid good. Seeing that splash damage causing problems for the Marines too. God, I still remember the day I learned about the Mutalisk was, what was it? I had a couple friends in my gym class, and God, we were probably in 9th grade or 10th grade, somewhere around there. And StarCraft 2 had been announced, and there were little like tidbits of information that were coming out. They talked, one of the tidbits talked about the Mutalisk, and I was like, and it can fly, and its attack, it hits one thing, and then it bounces to another one, and bounces to another one, and I thought that was the coolest thing a video game had ever done. And it might have actually been a huge reason that I played Zerg, that I started as Zerg and have played Zerg ever since, is the Mutalisk existence. That was my strategy growing up with my friends back home, was I'd expand like 6 times, get a ton of gas, then make like 40 Mutalisks and just win. Turns out it works if your opponent allows you to expand 6 times and doesn't harm you in any way before that point, which on the ladder they definitely don't. So that was a rude awakening when I started playing ladder games, and that was not the case anymore. We got 7 lurkers in production here, from the Zerg player to Bassinet, with a bunker at the front just in case of Ling or Mutalisk run by here. Muta count continuing. Just this is the same thing, man. This is exactly what he did in game number 1, was just a million billion Mutalisks, and eventually going into Ultras as that Queen's Nest is complete. And the lair, or the hive rather, is on the way. The lair is upgrading to a hive. Oh, catching the mutas out a little. Oh, losing one there. Okay, not bad. Not too shabby. Lurker is a fantastic deterrent to this bio actually moving out at this point. Do they not have... He doesn't have anything close to science vessels yet. Okay, so he really can't engage with this number of lurkers that are out. This game is looking really, like, really good for Sacsri. The +1 attack is so nice. The +1 attack for the Marines are done, and they have stim and range, though. So they are pretty beefy against these mutas in a direct engagement. Look at the range on that bunker from the Marines that are ranged inside. That was insanely good. Muta's just taking hits, not really killing stuff today as much. Marines trying to see if there's a base up here they can kill on Horizon, a lunar colony. The answer is no, but it's a free Overlord, so it could be worse. Killing Overlords is always a nice feeling. Oh, don't go up there, though. Yeah, going up there, you'd be trapped. You'd be so trapped. Yeah, this middle is so strange, too. I like it. Oh, big time hits. More Marines go down. Is this enough for these mutas to actually take this group down here? Do you want to take down the lurkers, or do you want to kill the mutas? And the answer is, well, nothing actually died there, I don't think, for the Zerg, so well played. Additional attack coming on out right now. Where is your science facility? There you go. Science vessel on the way. Science facility done now. He was really rushing for it, and he got there in the end. Ultralisk Cavern coming up. Defiler Mound coming up. Again, the carbon copy of Game 1 here a bit. I mean, not even a bit. This is really pretty much what we saw in Game 1, just beat for beat. Lurkers. God, any hits you take on Lurkers, just you can't do it if you're PianO here. They're too slow. They burrow slowly. And unless you're trying to jump on them and kill them before they can burrow, there's no reason to take any damage from them at all. At least not in the middle of the map. Like, I'm not talking about in a defensive position where Lurkers jump on your stuff and it's like, well, what do you do, man? Can't run away, all your stuff will die, you know? Tanks are out. Siege mode is done. Tanks firing. The mutas are trying to kill the tanks. The Marines are trying to cover the tanks. But the siege mode is looking really, really good here. Both players dancing back and forth in the middle of the map. Consume is on the way for PianO, I think, or for Sacsri rather. PianO wants to get in here and get an attack done before the Zerg player gets that out. I mean, pretty much goes without saying. If you can fight against a Zerg player, what? Before they get defilers, you're going to have a better time. Several lurkers died there. Not bad. It's 111 and 99 total supply in favor of the Terran player right now. Is he expanding behind this is my question. He doesn't seem to be. Doesn't seem to be expanding behind this right now, but that's okay. Kite is plating on the way for the Ultralisks. And the Dark Swarm is up, and suddenly you're watching the Terran player have to retreat from this position. He's been making some really steady progress, but suddenly it's not enough. Target firing the Defiler would be so good. I don't know about like unsieging the tank there. It's going to die anyway. Maybe fire on the Defiler, try to kill it. It's better than just unsieging and dying to a bunch of Zerglings and accomplishing nothing. No hits whatsoever. This is close. This is really tight. 117 to 115 total supply right now. Ultralisks in 7 Ultras are on the way. The Dark Swarm in the games where Sacsri's been able to get up to Dark Swarm have been stupid, insanely good today. Trying to take down that 4th hatch. No! Say the Mutas and the Scourge as everybody on the ground dies for the Terran. Absolutely not. Dropship, full dropship, dead, and another full dropship dead. Okay, there were some Marines in there, but they're also toast. Wow. Shutting that down hard. Sacsri is really in a position to force the game number 5 here. Takes down another dropship in the middle of the map with Scourge. Insanity. He's up 119 to 90 total supply. He does manage to get his 4th base up and rolling. He's got lurkers on the top of the ramp to defend against this. This is just a group of Marines that really can't do anything against these guys. Unless they're not burrowed, in which case... Oh, don't go up the ramp! Okay. All right. I mean, the split, that was pretty good, to be honest, for what he had with just pure Marine with a scan. But 10 kill lurker. Ultras are out. PianO might just be in a situation where he's like, I don't have enough to deal with this all of a sudden. Yeah, Sacsri, it really looks... There it is. Forces the game 5, winning game 4. Just beautifully. I really think a few of those last engagements are what are going to give us this game 5 here. This here, where the Marines couldn't get up the ramp. The other attack where they couldn't get up the ramp because the Mutas and the Scourge arrived. Taken down at the dropships. 2 dropships died up in this area. 1 died here. That was just too much. Too many losses to take. Not enough harassment on the other side of the map. Not enough to really defend against this many Ultras with the 5 armor. Again, no attack upgrades. He's working on melee attack, but he doesn't have any at this stage of the game. Not really a priority for him. Yeah. And 4th base didn't really factor into it. It was really just 3 base Zergonit on about 39 workers, 35 or so workers here. Beasting up to Ultras and getting there before the Terran player had a lot of science vessels ready to go and a lot of tanks. So this is beautiful stuff from Sacsri, man. Well done indeed. So the 2 games that have gone longer than 8 minutes, Sacsri's definitely proven to be the better player. The question is, how long will game 5 go? If it's under 10 minutes, I'm going to put it in PianO's court. But if it goes longer, the longer it goes, the more I feel like Sacsri has this thing. So don't go anywhere. We're going to have a game 5 for you out right this very second. Actually, no, we'll check out the final score because you guys like that. Just the best series that I do are usually for StarCraft 2. We don't have the score screen. But 81 to 61 total supply. Yeah, that's just a shellacking. In 15 minutes. Ended up killing 170 Terran units. 170 of the 245 the Terran player had. Only lost 86. That's a great ratio for him. And then resources, again, more minerals mined here for the Terran player, but way more gas mined for Sacsri and more spent by about 4,002, and that'll get it done. Okay, game 5 now. Hey, look, it's match point. It's not a new map at all. I feel fooled a little bit. All right, so game number 5 between these 2 players is going to be on match point. Bottom left, Sacsri. He is white, top right. PianO. This time, he is blue. Why do they change their colors in every game? Like, you'd think they'd have a favorite, right? You'd think they'd be like, I am the green Terran player. I shall be green for all time as long as they can choose. But the fact they have each chosen different colors in every single match of this series, it makes no sense to me. Maybe they just want to watch the world burn. Maybe they don't need consistency in their lives or the lives of the viewers of their match, right? Seems possible anyway. I don't know. I don't know where we are. Where we are. We're in a game of StarCraft, y'all. That's where we are. Two SCVs moving out. Okay, so one's just for the wall, the other one's going for the scout. That was a little bit scary. There was a second where it looked like a double proxy barracks play against the Zerg player, but nope. Not happening whatsoever here. This could be an overpool, which... Have we seen one today? There it is. Okay, so overpool timing, great. Second Overlord popping now. And again, just kind of in between the incredible macro potential of a hatch first, without the aggression of a pool first play, which I would not try against PianO either, based on how that first one went. Like, that's gotta be killing Sacsri, that he showed up with 6 lings and a drone, and the Terran had no idea they were coming. And the Terran still won. That was awesome. That was so good out of PianO. Drone coming up. Trying to hatch here, but the SCV says, I'm a better fighter than you. Remember, we talked about that earlier in the cast. Nature facts with Falcon Paladin. SCVs aren't supernatural, I guess, at all. The engineering bay block. The NG bay block here from PianO. So mean. Such a mean play. Not a lot of HP on it. Maybe we can knock it down before we can get it to be canceled. Hooray, it was! And hooray, he has enough resources to go for the hatch. So 225, which is later than he wants it to, but about a 5-minute third is what he's been doing today. 1 rack. Do we get a second rack's the question? No. This tells me Command Center is the next order of the day here from PianO. And lings are moving out, but we're walled up here on match point. So nothing to worry about here, I don't think, from the Terran player whatsoever. So speed's not anywhere near done, as that evolution chamber is not a thing yet. But they're just there. Again, Sacsri's entire ethos for ZVT seems to be aggressive. Keep the Terran player back home as much as you can. And then maybe you can have ultras by the time he actually shows up at your base. Or you can have ultras when he show up at his base. That's also pretty good. This wall is nice. So 2 supply depots and a barracks. Make note of this wall, Terran players. That's really good. Oh, that Marine's on the wrong side of the wall! Rest in peace, Marco. You went out of the barracks on the wrong side of the wall. I don't know if you were told to do that by your commander or if you just decided to do it on your own, but either way, that was terrible. So there's your lair timing. Gonna saturate the natural a bit, and then again, 5 minutes, throw down that 3rd Hatcheroonie in the top left here on match point. We've had a lot of great games on match point recently, I feel like. Some really good stuff. Look at him preparing for that spire. He's like, and now. Okay, basically now. Brood War style now is what that was. A couple lings died to the Marine push out. Very nicely done. Oh, what the? Why couldn't he get through before? What was that? Why did he die? He should not have died. He should have slipped between the 2 supply depots. I call shenanigans. Totally should have happened. Academy coming in, not making a second barracks until like 5 minutes tells you not much aggression planned, I don't think, from the Terran player today. But still no 3rd base. He's just getting a creep. He's really worried about 2 base attacks showing up and killing him. But again, this is not a lot. I guess he's working on the stim, and I guess he is making a medic now, so maybe we're setting up for it. It seems a little bit early to throw down a creep. And not have a 3rd base either. Like, dude, PianO's on 2 bases. You want to do 2 base to 2 base him forever? Where's your 3rd hatch? I don't see you doing anything else with your money necessarily. I guess maybe you're droning a little more than you have been in the last few games where you went for the Mutalisk play. So he just wants better economy on 2 bases than he's had previously. Either way, it's going to be defense with the Zerglings and the Mutalisks that are going to pop here. Probably, again, about 7 or 8 of them. On this first roll, he has enough overlords to make it happen. And more barracks. We're just barracksing it up right now. Ooh, Stim takes down another Zergling. Very nice. As many Zerglings as you can take down is going to be a good number. Whittling it down fantastically. Going for the range upgrade for the Marines once again. U-238 shells. Not U-571, which is the name of a submarine movie I like a lot. I mean, I'm not huge into like water movies like The Abyss or Hunt for Red October, where it's like you can drown here. You're under 8 million pressure pounds of water, and you'll probably be crushed and drown if you happen to be, if the vessel you're in happens to fail. Regardless, God, that Mutalisk took a ton of damage there for one Marine. More mutas, and I mean, if you're PianO, what else do you expect other than there to be huge amounts of Mutalisks? One muta does go down, thinning the ranks a bit there, but the control pretty fantastic from Sacsri overall, not flying over large group of Marines and losing any of them, as you want to see. Still no third base. Like, I am kind of flummoxed by what is happening right here. He's throwing up additional creeps. Look at this. Is he just going like 2-base Ultralisk? He does have a macro hatch there, which is great, but is going to get a Queen's Nest is my question. How do these Lings get in? What? How? God, the Marines must have been away again. He waits for the Marines to leave and then sneaks the Lings in. He's so consistently good with it. But this time, looks like no missile turrets will go down, as the Marines do chase them down quite nicely, and the mutas head out in a different direction, maybe trying to see if a third base might be a good idea here. No, man, no. Definitely not 3-basing it. Sacsri says, shut up, Falcon. I'm not doing that today. Scans his check for a third base. Doesn't see one. So PianO knows this is a 2-base in Zerg. With his very happy 11 Mutalisks here, with soon-to-be +1 attack. With the Lings, he can do extra damage versus the turrets. It's so good. Couple of the mutas do go down there, but the Marine count a little bit in trouble. He saves the turret against the Lings. Very nicely done. Very dangerous to do so. And there's your Lurker aspect. Okay, so we're going for a Lurker aspect off a 2-base. I don't know why he doesn't have a third. Does it feel like he can't defend the third base? Is that what's happening here? He just is worried about it collapsing on him. It is pretty far away, in fairness. It is far from your main base on this map. North to south is a pretty long distance here. +1 flyer is finished up. The Mutalisk count, again, is going to be 11 for the most part, with one Overlord to allow for the stacking trick to work. And there's your 11. And that's probably the Overlord we're stacked on. I don't know if it really matters what Overlord it is, as long as it doesn't die, I guess. Oh, these slow Overlords coming the wrong way here a bit. Did we not see that one? Sees it now. Decides to let it live. Cool. I mean, the Marines are flying into your main, and again, SCVs in the middle of the map building structures are the most vulnerable ones here. Yeah. Oh, did they get it? I think they got the other Overlord. Is that supply block? It basically supply blocks Sacsri there. Yes, that sucks. Not good for him at all. Still no third base. I am perplexed. I am questioning the entire lack of a third base here. But 3 Sunkens and a bunch of Lurkers coming up are not going to be enough. Like, PianO is not going to be able to get up here and do anything against 3 Sunkens and 5 Lurkers. Probably knows it. Oh, third down here, but also super dead. The mutas are trying to save it. But this is a lot of Marines with +1 attack and range and stim, man. Look at him coming through the little narrow choke there. Ooh, takes down one of the Mutalisks instantly. Forces a cancel on the hatch. They know there was one here, so the drone goes down too. Another drone coming up to try to desperately take a third base here at the 10-minute mark, but I don't know that Sacsri is going to be able to do this on 2 base for as long as he's being on 2 base. His gas income just isn't enough. His mineral income isn't enough. He does have the macro hatch, which helps a lot for larva production. Well, free Lurker there. Very nicely done. Again, anything you can pick off here from the Zerg onslaught is going to be okay in the long run here. He's really pushing top left right now. He knows. He scanned it. He knows there's a third base up there. The mutas, I don't think they can engage. There aren't enough of them. There are 9 of them right now. +1 attack, again, is on these guys. They've got the range. They've got the stim. They're little damage output devices right now. This Marine heading up to scout and see if there's a base up there that he wants to kill. I like it, man. I really like what PianO is doing in this game. His information has been good. His scouting has been great. I don't know why Sacsri denied or delayed his third base for so long. I mean, this is a map that is favored for Terran versus Zerg, so I guess that's part of it. But the Lurkers on the high ground here, going after these bunkers. A lot of Marines dying for no reason at all. You need to back those out. The third base does get sniped in the top left. That's not happening. Sacsri kind of needs to win right here. He really can't compete against a two-basing Terran for as long as he is. Additional Lings cruising across the map. Irradiate is not here yet. A Hive is on the way, but I'm not sure. I mean, it's not going to be part of this engagement at all. Oh my gosh, so many Marines needlessly dying right now. Nice positioning. Third base coming up down south. Can he get it? Is he going? He's going for it, man. Wow. Lurkers, Zerglings, Mutalisks on top of everything. No Irradiate here whatsoever. The bunkers are going to fall here pretty quickly. Everybody inside will die. As a result, they can't come up the ramp to help out because the Lurker count is just too high, and suddenly Lings are free inside of the natural base. Lings are trying to take out this little group right here, and they do pretty well for themselves, as it turns out. Is this going to be your GG? Oh my gosh. On two bases, Sacsri manages to wreck the natural base of PianO. All these medics are dead. It's 66 to 69 total supply, but a lot of that supply for PianO is going to be in SCVs, which aren't going to be very good against Lurkers, it turns out. Oh, Irradiate is done, but he only has enough for one Irradiate. The SCVs are fighting the Lurkers, which is never anything you want to be doing if you're an SCV, and PianO leaves the game. Sacsri is your winner in 5 games in this best of 5 with just the going for it maneuver of a bunch of Mutalisks, Lings, and Lurkers getting on top of those bunkers. Never got a third base up and running. He has a third base technically here, but there's no mining happening from it whatsoever. Amazing. Just amazing what he's able to do on two bases here. PianO was just not ready for it. PianO, he kind of got caught out on the map. The Lurkers kept him from coming in to help on the defense. There were no tanks whatsoever, which was a huge problem for him. And then the Irradiate was, it was there, but again, not enough Irradiate spell available, not enough spells available, not enough science vessels, not enough energy. Fantastic. What a great series. What an epic series that was for sure. Look at this drone. I'm not sure what you're doing other than hiding because you want to build a base up here, which you can do. Anyway, yeah, game 5 on match point. Did not disappoint, I would say. That was, jeez. So good. So good. Zerg players rejoice. Sacsri manages to get the win. All 3 games that lasted longer than 10 minutes, he won. Lasted longer than 8 minutes, he won. That's pretty impressive dominance, I gotta say here from Sacsri. Ends up killing 117 units and losing 50. If you have a 2-to-1 kill-death ratio against a Terran opponent, you're doing something right. And then resources here, PianO, more minerals mined, more, not as much spent actually. But the gas and the spending here. Enough. Well done, Sacsri. Congratulations to you getting the win. You're going to move on to the finals of the CASTERMUSE Narok StarLeague Season 2. Beautiful, beautiful stuff there. I might cast those finals depending on who's in there and what you're interested in. So this is the new generation, guys. These are the players that are winning tournaments. These are the players that need to be watching now that Flash and Jaedong and Bisu are kind of falling off as they're getting older, and that's a normal thing to do. So bookmark these players' names, man. PianO played excellently. Sacsri was very good, too. We're going to do more of these in the future as we get more access to the StarLeague replays, and I hope you enjoy them. So for today, at least anyway, that's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered and a best of 5 epic Sunday series. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /FalconPaladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.